back to it with my guy. Man, been one of the craziest like ascensions, like since we first started working, I think 2019, 2020. And then back then it was really mostly just a lot of success on the internet, like a lot of the YouTube channel going well, a lot of views on the channel, a lot of views on the beats you were posting. You kind of built out your own lane for yourself. But since then there's been so many hits, a lot of stuff with SNOT, obviously, which we'll get to. You obviously locked in with him being way more than just a producer, but it's been crazy, man, to just watch the ascension. What have you been up to? Everything smooth?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Real, it's real normal. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of what I assumed would happen. Kind of, but not really. But I'm glad. I'm happy for sure.
One of the smoothest guys I know, the big goat in the building, the producer room, powered by producer culture. Super excited for this one. My guy Eem Triplin, what's going on?
You know what I'm saying? We here, man. We here.
Man, one thing I want to start with early is like, I don't really think, maybe like a Metro Boomin or someone like that who's got their own like Grammy nominated crazy accolades and everything like that. Maybe you can make an argument for someone like that, but in like kind of this like emerging up and coming producer realm, like you see it with artists a lot. Like artists have like a cult following. Like I think SNOT has like a cult following. Cardi's obviously someone like that. Yeat's someone like that now. But I feel like you as a producer are kind of like rare and like one of like only like you have like real cult following, like real fans. Like that's why I'm just excited to get into kind of like how you built it up on the internet for sure.
Yeah, low key. It's like, I don't know, just starting this shit. I knew I didn't just want to be no like typical producer. Cause with producers, especially YouTube producers, you see them, they don't really post their face. You go to their Instagram and it's like, it's not like it's like they're not even a person. It's like they're a fucking robot. You just see, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be looked at like that because I know I got a personality that could appeal to, people. So it's not in me to just not put myself out there and not have an image. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I moved on it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be known for making beats, but I also have a personality while being a YouTube producer. I don't know any other YouTube producer that's, what I'm saying, carrying themselves like they the artist. You know what I mean? So that was my approach to it and shit.
Yeah, most definitely. I definitely agree with that. Where are you located now? Where are you based out of?
I'm from PA. I'm from Johnstown, Pennsylvania,
Uh-huh.
and I don't live there anymore. I just moved, but I still live in Pennsylvania.
Got it. So
Yeah.
what's the music scene like there? Like how did you first start doing music at all, even in the first place?
Um, my brother, my older brother, he makes like techno beats. You know what I'm saying? So I first seen the program. I first seen FL Studio from him, and then I kind of just was like, okay, let me start playing with it because I seen it. He had it, but then my homie, he had a laptop, and he had the program on it. So it was like around 2014. I just started playing on that. Like I just started playing with it, and and it's how kids play video games and shit. Like I was just in there just making beats and looking up other music stuff. I always liked music. My other brother, he put me on the mad shit. Like all the artists that I like now, like Tyler, Rocky, all them. Like he really put me on to them in the beginning, and I was just like, I don't know. I like weird music. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not I won't say weird music, but like I like intricate shit. I guess you could say it like that. So, and I was just like, I bet. And I noticed that since in like 2011, whenever I was 10 years old, faithfully listening to Tyler the Creator. You know what I'm saying? So, and other things like that. So that's really how I started doing it, and things like that.
What at what point? Because I want to get into like how you started posting stuff on the internet and how you like on YouTube specifically with your type beats and running it up there. But like at what point, because you're someone who's like very good at the internet, like at what point do you start like messing around with the internet, or was posting beats like the first thing you kind of did?
Well, the internet, you know what I'm saying? Like in 2000, 12, 13, whenever Vine was popping, I was always active just posting my face and, having an internet personality. Like I was posting, like you see on my Instagram, I post old pictures of me all the time doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's really, I was just always like that. I'm just like, all right, cool. But the YouTube stuff, like, it's crazy because at first I wasn't going too crazy on YouTube. I wasn't like, all right, bet. Like, I wasn't thinking about posting on my own YouTube. I was actually posting on Hipstrumentals. Like, uh, I think it's called like Hipstrumentals Original stuff or something. It's still up now. Like, if you search up Eem Triplin Hipstrumentals, it's all these old whack ass beats. And yeah, I used to post on there all the time. But then I realized like it was one beat on there that I remember had like 10,000, 20,000 views. And I'm like, why am I, getting these views from having these views generate to their channel whenever I could just do it on my own and start my own shit. So then I started my channel in like 2015 and I post like little beats here and there, but I really didn't start consistently posting on it till like 2017. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's kind of how I started. But I was always active on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like I got old Instagram pages of me doing all types of dumbass shit.
Bro, I'm telling you, everybody, like Eve's one of the funniest follows on Instagram. I swear, like he's got some of the craziest stories when he posts, like for people to ask him questions. His reaction to like all the random sus stuff that people will be sending to you is like too funny. Some of the craziest reactions, like, or a girl will say something crazy about wanting to do this or that to him, and he'll just post a picture of himself at like 9 years old, like looking at her, like, bro, some of the funniest stuff.
Bro, the internet is a spooky place, man. It's hilarious. A lot of crazy stuff that go on, man. I love it. I love it, bro. I always entertain it because it's just like, why not? You know what I'm saying? But I feel like people be too hard on themselves whenever people take themselves too seriously. Like, you can laugh, you can have a sense of humor. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I
No,
hate when
there's a
I
lot of like internet police members on there trying to take things too serious, trying to this and that. Like, come on, bro.
and they can see exactly where they at.
Yeah.
Don't follow me then. Unfollow me.
Nah, sure. What about that's so interesting. I feel like a lot of type beat producers who got to that point with just amassing a ton of, subscribers, etc. A lot of them started with either like a different page under a different alias that they controlled or posting to another page. Like, I wonder why so many people have done that before they just decided to start posting on their own.
Yeah, low key. I mean, I was still going by the same name, Eem Triplin. Like at first, I was actually going by Eem Trip, but I thought that was corny as hell. So I was just like, all right, Eem Triplin. And yeah, I don't know, I kind of just started because it was just like, shit, at the time, I didn't have no following. Like, I used to be on SoundCloud just messaging random people on the SoundCloud messenger thing, asking them to send beats. And you know what I'm saying? That's really what I was doing. And then the instrumental stuff, I remember I just used to be geek. I used to have people hitting me up on Facebook to buy beats and things like that. So, but yeah, it was, you know what I'm saying? I understand as a producer, like if you're a producer now beginning, I think it is smart to do something like that to get you on your feet or get you feeling, what it feels like to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? If I said that right.
Nah, most definitely. What about like you said that your beats were trash back then when it was all getting posted to that other channel. Like, were you kind of just like making stuff and throwing it out there, or were you kind of already building out your own lane back then?
I was just making stuff. Like my thing was like there was like it was like Sonic beats. Like I remember like I sampled the Sonic theme song and I made that and I sampled like Hit the Road Jack and made like a remix to that and I'll post that. it wasn't nearly to what it's like today. I wasn't taking any inspiration from anybody. You know what I'm saying? I was just like making whatever sounds cool and just posting it. So, but the beats weren't good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I answered that question, but yeah,
But
the beats.
when you first started your own channel, like, because you gotta what? You gotta like really be specific, and then you really gotta, or really be consistent rather, and you gotta have like your own like specific sound, right? Like, when do you think you kind of like started building out like your own sound for real?
Bruh, I'm gonna come clean like 2020, like that ass. I mean, like Reese, I had my own sound. My thing is like people told me I had a sound before then, but I didn't notice it. I was just like, okay, it's just I feel like it always kind of sound like me, but I didn't really understand my sound, like the sound I wanted to go to until like 2020, whenever it started really going. Cause now I was like, okay, like it was just I feel like I enhanced my sound in a sense in 2020. Because before that, it was still kind of spotty. But I think that was whenever I was like, okay, I get what I want to do now. You know what I'm saying? As far as sound. But I can't say I didn't have a sound before then, because I did. But I went through a like a lot of different phases. If you want to talk producers, like you can go through my YouTube right now, like scroll to the bottom, and if somebody's actually that invested and hear the different sounds that I went through. I used to be making crazy, hard, aggressive beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, my beats are still aggressive. The drums are still aggressive, but like I used to be making these crazy demonic sounding beats. And then I kind of switched it up and calmed it down a little bit. But uh yeah, if you like look through it, like you could really hear the different transitions and different Eem phases like that I went through, to be honest.
Yeah, and I feel like you kind of got it to pick up right away, and there's so many people who are just posting a beat every single day trying to have their channel blow, or posting a 2 3 beats a week, whatever. Like, what were some of kind of like the, like almost like the cheat codes that really helped you out? Like, I know, I'm sure the aesthetic of the thumbnails is very important, the consistency, but how did you really build it up to like a channel that started to gain some momentum?
I can't say it came right away, because I started that joint in 2015. It ain't really like I ain't really go till 2020. So I was like, but low key, I really feel like, well, yeah, like you said, the aesthetic, the title, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you come up with cool names. Another thing, this is my sauce. Like I I didn't get too ahead of myself. It's people with 0 subscribers coming out here trying to make fucking Drake type beats whenever that lane is dominated by mad people who's trying to make them beats. So what I did was I was like, okay, I'm gonna start small with smaller artists, like type beats. First, I was just posting anybody type, yeah, Playboy Cardi, regular stuff. But now I'm like, okay, there was a point in time around 2018 to 2019 that I like was really heavy on just posting lucky type beats.
Mhm.
And it got to the point wherever I was like kind of dominating in the lucky type beat lane. And lucky is only, you could only get so far making lucky type beats. So then after that, I would like, okay, I would go from posting lucky type beats to throwing in two or three Trippie Redd type beats. You know what I'm saying? And Trippie Redd is the bigger artist, so it's a more of an open lane and a bigger audience that you can appeal to whenever you're making these beats. So how I did it was really just starting small, taking from the all the subscribers that I gained from posting lucky type beats, and then I just eventually got bigger and grew bigger with, you know what I'm saying, with the type beats that I would post with the artist name that's attached to it. But I'll say that it really comes down to the quality of the beat. Like if your shit's really like unique, like people is going to rock with it. You know what I'm saying? But you do have to have the aesthetic down pat. I feel like a cool title, you don't just want to name your beat. You know what I'm saying? Some basic shit. Or what I see a lot of producers do, they'll name their type beat after a song that artist already has. Like, say if I said Trippie Redd type beat, Mr. Rage. He has a song called Mr. Rage. Why would you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna pop up if you name a type beat that. So I feel like that. And you know, it's really just about having your own swag with it, like having your own swag with the sound. Stop sounding like niggas. Like people too much. I'm sorry, I hope I'm not cussing too much.
Very good.
But I feel like people they take too much inspiration from people. Like I take inspiration from the people I'm inspired by, but I try to add my spin to it whole time. Like I try not to make a beat that sounds like them. You know what I mean? What most people say is that they click on my beat, they go, "Oh, this isn't even a Trippie Redd type beat." That's the point. You know what I'm saying? People wouldn't like me if I was making actual type beats. And that's how I see it. I think it's like really just try to be unique in your own way. You know what I'm saying? Like you could take inspiration from the artist that you have in question, whatever artist that you're posting a type beat of, but make sure that you have your own swag to it so people can actually grow with you. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just with the beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. No, but I think that that's a really good piece of advice because I think people do try to just like shoot all the way to the top right in the beginning. Like it's 1,000 people making Drake type beats. Like you're gonna be one in a stack of like 9,000. But
Right.
um, there's different people who have built out different ways to really like be on and get to the artist. Like I remember that's the other thing too. Like a lot of, I mean, you want to just build up the channel and everything, but I'm sure some of these people really do want to like get placements from their type beats, which a lot of people end up doing. And like I can think of countless examples where people got Pop Smoke placements from Pop Smoke type beats, Rod Wave placements from Rod Wave type beats. Like building it with someone who's coming up is obviously kind of the way to go.
For sure, 100%. And yeah, that's kind of how I can't say I exactly did that. I mean, I kind of did it with Snot. You know what I mean? Like not really, because he was kind of up whenever he hopped on my stuff, but that is how I feel like I got, you know what I mean, locked in with him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I use YouTube as. Because I know most people do want to ultimately get these placements. But and I feel like YouTube is a good way with doing that. I feel like if you take whatever you built off YouTube and an artist that that hopped on your beat from YouTube and you build with them, that's really how you do it for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And I'm all for building with the artists, the smaller artists that you might work with. You know what I'm saying? Like that might hop on your beats. Like that's the whole point. That's the reason why I started YouTube, because I'm like, okay, I want to make stuff for, you know what I mean, the kids that's in their room looking for beats for the next Drake. You know what I mean? For the next Drake that's on YouTube, you know what I mean, looking for beats. So it's like even if I don't get the Drake placement, maybe the next Drake done already hopped on my beat. You
Right.
know, stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's really like the way to do it too. Cause I don't think a lot of people don't really understand that like being one of 3 producers on one of 20 songs on an album for a big artist, like it doesn't really do all that much for you. Like,
yeah, that's a fact, bro. And that's what I be saying, because my whole point with building this shit, me, I always say I'm like, I'm focused on me, because my thing is like, whenever if I get a song that has 20 million views, I get a song with an artist that has 20 million views, that's a lot. But they're not there for me. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, people don't even know who made the beat.
yeah,
Me, I'm like, okay, I could post these beats on YouTube, generate 20 million views to my YouTube, and that's 20 million directly to me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it, like with the YouTube stuff. Cause it's like, okay, these people are here for the artist. Like, yeah, it's cool that you got the placement. It's a cool little cute flex, but like, you know what I mean? Like I was always YouTube driven, because it's like these people are here for me, for what I got to offer, instead of like what the artist has to offer. Of course, the beat is a very important role in that. But you know what I mean? Most of the regular, your average listener isn't like, damn, like who made this beat? Let me go follow him on the Instagram. Let me go do this. Like, so yeah, that's really why I was heavy on the YouTube stuff. And that's why I feel like it is a good way for kids to really get into it. You know what I mean? Get like their foot in the door with it.
so what like how often are you posting stuff on YouTube right now at this point?
Every other day.
Every
Every day.
other day. What's the
Yeah.
most What's the most viewed beat on your YouTube channel? How many views?
Like 1.9 million, almost at 2 million. But I got like 4 or 5 beats with over 1 million views.
Yeah, that's crazy. And just so everyone knows, that's basically like times 10 if you're an artist. Like 1 million views on a tight beat, I would say is like 10 million views for like an artist,
For
basically.
sure. For sure.
Um, what what do you think would like what's a view count? Like you will post and you like know you will get it. Is it like if you were to post tomorrow, like do you know like you will get like 20,000? Do you have any that just drop off or
Yeah, sometimes with YouTube it's different because sometimes the algorithm don't fully push your shit sometimes. I mean, I know at least like, you know, 15K simple. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the beat's gonna eventually get that. Low key more. It all depends because sometimes YouTube with the algorithms will push certain stuff, sometimes they don't. But I know for sure minimum 25,000. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And how so you started the page is Genesis is 2015, but you didn't really start posting like that till like 2017. How
Yeah.
long did it take you until you were posting knowing you could do some views, even if it was just like 10,000? Like how long did it take you to get to that point?
My first 10K vid, that was in 20 2018, I think. Because I remember what video it was. Then the beat's still up. Yeah, that was around 2018. So like probably 3 years since I started my YouTube.
And back then, when it first like starts clicking and taking off, like what's some advice you have to just how to like capture that moment and make sure you're going like you're posting every other day at that point? Is there anything special you're doing with like the cards or the end screens trying to like drive traffic from one video to the other? Like is there anything special you're doing at that point?
Low key, nah. I'm my thing at that point. I was posting every day. At that point, like
Uh-huh.
it wasn't even every other day. It was literally every day, and I didn't do anything special other than upload the beat, find some cool cover art, and make a cool title, and make sure that every single beat that I post is at least I tried to make it better than the last, or I did something different than the last. Like that's what I can say because I didn't do anything crazy or specific as far as like with YouTube, like the cards or putting anything next. I didn't do any of that. I just was really focused on the quality of the beat. And that's always what I've been focused on since the jump. I'm like, because I remember I would see producers like have a fire ass beat, but then they'd be like, oh no, this is too good for YouTube. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, so you telling me you finna post your beat on YouTube for people to hear and you're not finna give them your all? Like you're not finna give them
Right.
that real fire. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't save beats. That was my thing. Like I would, I don't say like I really don't have unreleased beats because I put all my fire shit like on YouTube. I put it out there for everybody to see. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if I'm presenting myself, you know what I mean? You don't want to come to a job interview not looking as presentable as you know what I mean, as you can be. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing was just I want to display to people that I'm, you know what I mean, I'm the best that I could be right now. So I'm dropping. My whole thing was just dropping every single day, but it's every day consistently fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything got to be fire every time I drop. Fired in the last thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That actually you reminded me of a question I wanted to ask earlier. Like, what's your opinion on like no, I'm not doing YouTube anymore because now that I have placements, like I'm not doing
Fucking corny.
yeah.
It's corny because, dude, first off, bro, you know what I'm saying? My thing is like, bro, first, YouTube money is great. You know what I'm saying? The money is great. You get placements. And it's like, dude, bro, I was just talking to my mans like about Drum Dummy, bro. Drum Dummy got the ultimate placements. He got young boy placements, et
Yeah.
cetera, et cetera. The nigga posts every day. He posts just as much as me. You know what I'm saying? I know that man is eating. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because I know the sales from there is crazy. And my thing is just like, I mean, it could get to a certain point where you could like chill on it, but Cash Money AP still drop on YouTube, bro. Like what's your excuse not to? I think you're only screwing yourself over whenever you do that. So I think it's kind of corny.
Because
But
people say they don't want their sound like watered down.
right. My thing is, how I see it is, I don't know. Maybe if you're like a Pierre Bourne, yeah, but it's like I don't really see, you know, I don't really see it. I think it's just like if you was already posting YouTube beats to begin with, then it's like how more watered down can your sound get if you already got hundreds of beats posted
I
already?
know.
So what do you
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
mean?
I'm just big on like if your content is spread out in a lot of different places for everyone to see, it really can only help. Like,
Sure, that's how it is with me, bro. I'm like, and my thing is like, bro, if that I don't know, I see YouTube like that's for the artist. Like, if you get another hit, it's not like these regular listeners are gonna recognize that this beat sounds like, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I just don't think it doesn't really make sense to me. I really feel like it could only benefit you, especially if you was already doing that before.
right. But yeah, kind of going back to the progression. So 2015, you kind of start doing it, start the channel. 2017, 18, it starts actually like going up, like making some stuff happen. When does it get to a point where you're noticing like people are rapping on your beats, like where you might just maybe someone taps in because they rapped on one of your beats, or maybe it's you're just on YouTube and you randomly hear someone and you're like, wait, that's a beat for my channel. Like when does that part kind of start happening?
I remember this is 2019, like whenever I graduated, um, I just heard a random Lil Mosey leak on my,
Yeah.
and that was just like, okay, oh wow, so people do know know about me because this is when I, you know what I mean, like he was going crazy. This is 2019, so he coming off fresh off of hits, and I'm like, oh, yeah, and he hopped on one of my old doo-wop Kane type beats, you know what I'm saying, and
Okay.
that's whenever I realized I was like, okay, maybe people do, but I'm gonna be honest, it was so gradual. Now that I look back at it, it'd be like, okay, people know me, and like I really gotta say it wasn't till around now, whenever I started going out, being in LA and other places while running the artists, and then they'd be like, oh yeah, I got a song on one of your beats, or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, or I go out and then people would see me in real life and recognize me in real life and be like, bro, I used to rap on your beat. Whenever I first started rapping, I was writing to your beats. People tell me that all the time. Like, I'll be in LA at a function and then, you know what I'm saying? I introduce myself. They're like, oh, you Eem that makes, oh, I know you from YouTube. Or
Yeah.
I make a silly TikTok that I go up and then there's mad people in the comments like, oh, you the one from YouTube? Like things like that. So that's kind of whenever I started realizing it. That's really recent. But the first time I noticed was like seeing that Mosey had an unreleased song to my to my beat, and then after that, but it was very gradual. You know what I'm saying? And just like seeing all the young kids come up, and then I go back and then see DMs of them sending me their songs. You know what I'm saying? They're like up now. You feel me? It was things like that.
That's got to be a crazy feeling to be out and having like up and coming artists. It's just like, oh yeah, yeah, I rap on a bunch of your beats. Like that's gotta be pretty like rewarding.
Nah, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I look at it, I'm like, oh wow. Like it makes me feel old. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
getting old.
I, so I know the feeling, but what obviously you and Snot got like the crazy chemistry. You're a part of the crew. You're not just a producer. You're in hella videos, like all over, part of the crew, little clips that he posts, and just a whole bunch of different stuff. How does the Snot Eem connection happen in the first place? And then how do you guys kind of like really chop it up and you're not just somebody behind the beats, but you become like a part of the team and really like building out his sound?
But shit, the first time he ever hopped on my shit was like that was in the beginning of 2020. Like to be honest, it was at exactly like January 1st. Like, cause then he dropped the one song, it's called Stranded. He dropped that shit, and I was like, all right, cool. I was working at JC Penney at the time. I get off work and I just see people tag me, and I'm like, all right, bet. So then, me, I'm not no weirdo whenever it comes to people hopping on my beats. I know certain people would hit the artist up, oh, you gotta pay this. I'm just like, nah, you know what I mean? It's a bigger artist. Let me lock in with him instead of You know what I'm saying? So I just DM him like, yo, this my beat. Let's get in. And then he's like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? So then after that, it was just a point in time where he was just dropping consistently. Then he dropped like probably like a month after that, he dropped another single to my beat. And I was like, all right, bet. And like then we just chat on the phone. He called me. We just, talk on the phone. But I ain't meet him for the first time until the revenge shoot
Mm-hmm.
for Cole Bennett, the Lyrical
Yeah.
Lemonade stuff. I didn't know it was on Lyrical Lemonade at first. Like he told me that it could be. And I was like, all right, bet. But then they told me that I'll come out to LA for the shoot. I'm like, oh shit, I'm geek. So then I met him for the first time there. And then ever since then, like I left there and then I was back home for a while. But then he was like, yo, I was talking to his manager, Jake. He was like, come out to the tour in Florida. And like in between that time period and me going home after the shoot, we just, what I mean? He would call me, we just chat on the phone, nigga shit. And then we went out on the tour and then it was just like, I bet like folks seeing I wasn't, a weird dude. I'm a cool guy. So
Yeah.
kicking it, we just homies. And then you feel me? It was really just like that. Then we just started kicking it for real. And that's my partner for real.
Oh yeah. Eem Triplin, cool guy.
Yeah.
No, that's fire though that you guys just locked in. So I want to ask, not to be in your pockets or anything, but Rio, we did an interview with him a few weeks ago, and he kind of said like, great piece for up and coming producers. Offer fire artists that you think are going up, just offer them free beats, like that'll like show a lot to them, whatever. Like for you back then, did you kind of like technically do it? Like it sounds like you didn't really charge them or anything. You're just like,
Bro, because my thing is like, bro, motherfuckers be pressed about quick money.
no.
Anything that comes quick, I believe that anything that comes quick isn't, like good for you.
Mhm.
So my thing is like, bro, why am I finna press somebody about, $500 whenever in the long run I could make 20 bands with them? You know what I'm saying? It's just like it didn't make sense to me. And it's just like, why you got, I don't know. It's just another part of me, like that it just goes back to me saying not to take yourself too seriously. Motherfuckers be like, oh, you got on my beat, you need to like, dude, relax
Yeah,
your body.
literally.
Like it's just like, bro, and it's because I'm all about the music, bro. If I like somebody as an artist, I don't care about no money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you five, let's get it in. What am I charging you for, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, as you come up, I'm gonna come up, and then we come up, and then we make money. You
Yeah,
feel me? So
bro.
I'm all about making the music, bro. I'm all about making some fire shit. Like,
No, most definitely. It makes it's 2 + 2 = 4 to me. Like, don't get me wrong. I if somebody's down bad or whatever, and this $500 is the difference between life or death or this or that based on their situation, and that's why they're really going after something, like, don't get me wrong, I understand, but I've seen it 1,000 times over where so and so does some weirdo shit and then they get
yeah,
paid that $500 and then they're cut off, or they bring in the
bro.
manager who puffs his chest out and like it's a lot, bro. It's a lot of managers who, what you did back then, they would have been like, wait, he's signed to 300 and da 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 da, and then they would have tried to get like 10,000 or something, and they might have got it for you, and then they would have boom cut off the relationship altogether. Like I watch it happen every day.
That's why I ain't got no manager.
Yeah,
Nah, let me not say that. Managers are very important. But yeah, I don't know, just how I move. That's not how I am as a person. Like, so I'm just like, I'm all about building. You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with the people that stay down and built with me. Cause it's like, you know what I mean? It's all gonna make sense in the end. You feel me? Like, and that's just how I move. Like I don't believe that shit just comes like that. Like, you feel me? So I'm just like, fuck it. I'd rather, you know what I mean, keep a relationship with a motherfucker. Like, I feel like whenever people do that, you just burning bridges. What you mean for what? For money, you know what I mean? Temporary money. When you know what I'm saying? It comes and goes. But whenever if you stay down and keep that relationship, whenever it comes, it's gonna come and you're gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you in a situation and you get tight with these, you know what I mean, with successful people, you don't want to burn bridges with successful people. You know what I'm saying? because it might be a situation where you might need help. You know what I'm saying? But if you burning them bridges, you know, it's just not really.
Nah, that's
Yeah,
definitely a fact. Because no matter which way you look at it, that's never the goal. Like, okay, the goal can be the best music possible, then it's not the goal. Or maybe the goal to somebody is money and it's not the music. But either way, temporary money is never the goal. So
in fact,
yeah,
I'm telling you,
it's
it
never
don't,
the
it don't
goal.
make sense. People are crazy.
Yeah. Go do some swiping or something if that's the goal, temporary money. But
That
what's kind of next for you? What's next for you and Snot? I know you got some of your own music. Bro, I'll be bumping your shit. I swear, like I'll really listen to it. You got it's one music video on the basketball court. You're sitting on the rim. You got pink bandanas and shit. I remember I was listening to that. But let's start with you and Snot first. What's next for you and Snot? What's on the way?
okay. I mean, I don't want to speak too soon, but I wanna drop some shit like on some just me shit. Like, well, drop some like like a producer tape. Like I produced the beat, he hop on it, and I drop it. Like kind of like a DJ thing. So there's a couple songs with some features on them that I want to drop. It's not guaranteed, but I'm plotting on that. And just shit. That's my man. So it's just like, you feel me? I don't know what's to come. You know what I mean? Like it's just like I know how we locked in. Like the last song on this project, the Benzo one, shit, that wasn't even supposed to be on there initially. Like we just made that song like in December. So it was the last song added to the album. And that was like soon. We was just in LA chilling and we just went to the studio and made it. And it wasn't planned, it wasn't supposed to be on there because before that I only had one song. I only had the attachment. Wait, no, it's not called High IQ. I'm sorry. It's called High IQ, and I only had that song on there before. But then we was kicking it. We just went to the studio and made some fire shit. So I didn't expect that to happen. We was just really chilling and made that shit. So I don't know what's to come, but I know what I'm saying, that's my man's and we locked in. So something gonna come. But we have a lot of unreleased shit that's fire. You know what I'm saying? So you know.
And then what about what's kind of next for you? Like, are you gonna drop more songs yourself? Or you should, bro, hit me up too if you need any help with like marketing or any of that little stuff for your own music too. Cause
Yeah. I just dropped the song today. It's called
with the Kim K cover.
yeah, that it's called Awkward, and it's kind of going up. Like it's
Yeah.
doing good on SoundCloud and other stuff. And now it's doing good. I just made it like 2 days ago, and people really like it. Like, so I posted that, and it's doing good ass numbers. So that, and yeah, I'm always gonna drop. Me, I'm just like I like creating, bro. If it's like if there's a beat that catches me where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do my thing on it, I'm gonna always make something to it. Like you know what I mean? So I'm gonna always be dropping beats, I'm gonna always be dropping music. You feel me? I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. This is what I do. I live this. I be trying to tell people I do this in real life. I'm not just doing this for money. This is
Yeah.
like I was doing this before. Like it's like I go on there, I play like how you go home, you play video games after a long day. I come back, and if I feel like creating some shit, I'm gonna create it. You feel me? Like
Definitely.
I like just doing shit. So
Uh what about outside of your music or anything, what's next for Eem Triplin 2022? You got like any non-music stuff you're working on that you're excited about? I feel like you could do like a little fashion brand or some shit if you wanted to.
I was thinking about it. I wanted to drop some clothes with my last not my yeah with my last music video that I dropped, like with the website on it. I don't know if you've seen it, but I wanted to do that, but I ended up not doing it. But nah, for sure, that's definitely something I'm thinking about because now I see, like, even as a producer, I know I'm a producer, but I know I gain like a following of people who would buy something physical of me because it's been years of people buying audio wave for, you know what I mean, like something that you can't touch. So I'm like, okay, I know I could do something fire. And me, whenever if I do something, I'm gonna try to be the best at it. I'm not just gonna put out some lazy ass clothes. Like if I do it. So that's definitely something I want to look into. Really, I like to have my face out there. I like to, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be seeing me a lot more. That's all I got to say. You feel me? Like Definitely gonna be seeing me more. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't just stay in the house. You're gonna see me a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess in closing, but we appreciate it big time. Like I said, the producer room powered by producer culture. Everyone make sure they like, comment, subscribe. Who you want to see next? I know a lot of people have been saying they wanted to see more like backstories to how people linked up with some of the more like
Mm.
emerging underground sounds. Obviously, Snot's not underground anymore as he's really popped off, but just more than kind of like some of the more like everyday rap caviar on artists that we've been doing. Snot's obviously in there too, but you see what I'm trying to say. But there is so many people who want to be like you, that want to be at a point like you, have emotion on the internet, building up their type beat channel to a point where it's really generating them some substantial revenue. Like, I guess what would be your advice to kind of that like up and coming producer generation, or like even your advice to a 2014 Eem Triplin that's starting it off or whatever?
Be yourself, man. Like it sounds so fucking cliche, but bro, be yourself and that'll take you a long way. Me, I always, you hear it in my beats, bro. I don't want to sound like people. You know what I'm saying? Like I take my inspiration from where I take it from, but I like to make my own art. You know what I mean? So it's really be yourself, and you know what I mean? Don't stop, because if you stop something, you never know what the fuck could have came from it. You know, imagine if I would have stopped as soon as a month, somebody would have called my shit ass back in 2014. Like I just stopped. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. But what do you know what I'm saying? You never know what could come of something if you just stop.
Yeah.
Me, I won't stop. You won't see a point where I'm done with producing. Like even if I stop releasing a beat, I won't be done making shit, because this is what I was doing before. You know what I mean? So it's really just be yourself, bro, and stay consistent. Don't stop. You know what I mean? Like don't let little temporary shit discourage you, because it's only for the moment, bro. Like all that, it's only for the moment, and you really just gotta lock in, bro. Like keep it going and trust the process. Not to sound cliche, I don't mean to sound like your moms, your aunties, but it's a fact. It's dead facts. You hearing it from me. You know what I mean?
It's true for sure. Being yourself will never go out of style.
Ah,
And
unless you a corny motherfucker, then you gotta go do some studying. You gotta go look up some sauce, man.
yeah, look up some sauce, but nah, we appreciate it big time. The producer room powered by producer culture. Eem Triplin the GOAT.
Yes, sir.
Part 2 on the way.
Oops.